everybody, and welcome to update number 5 for the Matt's Triple Bypass ride. It's great to be back with you again. Again, this is update number 5. If you want to go back and watch the earlier ones to get kind of a fuller picture, please do. Lots has happened in the last since the last update, which was over a month ago. But I want to talk about our fundraising status and how training is going. So first, really good news on the fundraiser. My goodness, we're up to just about $30,000. $30,000 raised, which is going to split between the Travis Manion Foundation and the Hunter 7 Foundation. Extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. I am blown away by the generosity and the number of donors that have stepped up to the plate and added their contribution to this effort. Thank you, all of you, for that. I would ask that if you could send this to your friends and family and help us spread the word about this, that would be awesome. Of course, I'll include the links in the notes here in YouTube, and I'll have the links in my bio and Instagram and so forth. So we've revised the goal to $50,000, because why wouldn't we? We've got plenty of time. This ride isn't for another 12 weeks, which 12 weeks, it's getting real, as they say. And let's talk about that, the training update. So it's been going well. There was a hiccup, however. I don't know if I mentioned in one of the earlier updates that my personal motto is doing things the hard way since 1963. If I didn't mention that before, well, there you have it, folks. That's the way I do things. And 2 weeks and a couple of days ago, I came off the bike. I failed this amazing machine, and in a moment's inattention, putting a bottle back in the cage after taking a drink, I clipped the handlebar with it, and I was down like a sack of potatoes, down an embankment and into a ditch. And don't want to dwell on this, but it's germane to the story. So I knew I was hurt. The good thing was I could feel everything, but the head unit recorded that sudden deceleration, that G-force, whatever it is that triggers that, and sent a notification. I was fully conscious. I could feel everything. I could get up, but I knew that something was really wrong in my lower back. So we went to the ER. My wife came and picked me up, and we got to the ER at Fort Belvoir and got some scans done. Got a CT, I guess it was, and the doc came into the exam room. We said, look, you got a couple of fractures, maybe 3 of your vertebrae. I'm a general practitioner guy. I'm not qualified to tell you exactly what's going on. So we're sending your films up to radiology at Walter Reed. It's the weekend, so we're going to wait on them to get back. They have somebody on duty that does this all day. They will get back to us as soon as they can, but that's where we're at. And he left. And that led to some of the darker moments that I've had since my diagnosis coming on 3 years ago, because if I'd really screwed up my back, if I had unstable fractures that would require surgery, game over. We're talking 8 to 12 weeks, screws in the spine and all that, and this ride is a figment of my imagination. Well, part of you says, well, just defer to next year. So the purpose and the commitment to this ride is big for lots of reasons. I talked in an earlier episode about my buddy Sean, who, when he dropped this idea, he said, you're out of your fucking mind. Here we are, we're 12 weeks away, and if I had really screwed up my back, that's gone. Is there next year? But here's the point of why I say that. Not to be gloom and doom about, no. That's true for all of us. Don't assume you have next year. Don't assume you have tomorrow. Assume you have today, and make today matter, and then make the next day matter, and the next day matter. It shouldn't take a stage 4 cancer diagnosis to think that way. All right, so the doc came back and he said, look, I don't think you've got serious problems here, but we're getting the word back, and he comes back and he said, yeah, hey, the good news, these fractures are stable, meaning, yeah, your L2 and your L3 are cracked, and maybe your T12 too, although we're not really sure when that happened. That could have been years ago. I'll thank my helicopter for that. He said, we're going to get you a referral so you can go see a neurosurgeon at Walter Reed, and he'll give you the details exactly of what's going on, what happened. But the wave of relief that came over me at that moment when I knew that, okay, I have not entirely screwed up this ride. We're still a go. He said, you're not going to be comfortable for the next 6 to 8 weeks. You know, that's the downside, is you cracked a couple vertebrae, and you use those anytime you move. And he's right, it's not been really, really comfortable, but we had the neurosurgeon's consult last week. He said, yep, hey, don't fall off your bike again, but there's nothing for us to do for you. We can help you manage the pain and do your thing. Let your pain be your guide. Let your body tell you what to do. And so that's where we are. Unbelievably blessed. Now, what that meant was I lost a week of training, a week and some. I did get back on the bike on day 8 after the wreck. I got on the trainer, so very stable, you know, and tried it and just did 30 minutes, and lo and behold, amazingly enough, that was more comfortable than sitting in any chair in my house, which was, you know, kind of the hand of God saying, continue. So I lost a week, but that actually was kind of a recovery week. So I didn't miss a whole lot of core training. So I picked it up at day 9, 10, and tried to pick up where I left off. You cannot make up lost training days. Okay, that's fair enough. But I am still far enough out to kind of get back into the program and progress from here. So that's where we are. 12 weeks to go. It's really starting to ramp up. 8 to 12 hours on the bike per week. I'm out here at this beautiful spot in DC. It's called Haines Point, Hains Point. It's a flat 5K loop, basically. Great place to do intervals on the bike or what have you. So generally it's 5 rides a week. It's an easy ride, a couple of tempo rides, and then 2 longer efforts. I have tomorrow off, and then Saturday is 4 hours on the bike, and Sunday will be an hour and a half. That's kind of what things are working up to, and those long rides will get longer, and the back-to-back rides will continue to prepare the body to deal with the stress and the effort of dealing with 118 miles. So I'm super happy about that. So that is the update. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. The links are here, whether you're seeing this on Instagram or on YouTube, or somebody sent it to you. The links will be down in the notes. If you're on Instagram, the links will be in my bio for my donation page, and for hunter7.org and travismanion.org, where you can learn about these incredibly valuable foundations and the work that they do, and what I'm trying to do to help them out. See you next time. Almost forgot. If you exercise outside, if you're on a bike, you probably use one of these head units. I'm a big Garmin fan, so I use their product, but Wahoo, Sunto, Polar, Timex, whatever, these gadgets will all have an emergency notification where if the device experiences a G-force in excess of X, I don't know what that number is, or a sudden deceleration that makes it impact like that, it will send a notification to your emergency contacts. But here's the thing, kids, it won't go anywhere if you haven't programmed it to do it. You've not only got to turn that feature on, you have to put the contacts in there for the name, the phone number, the email, or however you want them to get that notification. And these things too, Garmin, Sunto, Timex, whoever, these have the same. So if you're out running or walking or jumping rope or skateboarding or whatever the heck you're doing, set up your device so that it can send out the notification to get help. It did a lot of good for me. Hope you never have to have it, but today's public service announcement.